Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to film outside today because it's so pretty, but it is so hot. And I want you guys watching me slowly melt as I do these readings. Guys, we're entering into an amazing full moon. And of course, depending if you do Western or Vedic, it's going to be in a different sign. But man, the energy is intense regardless. So I want to talk about that just really, really quickly. Guys, the energies that we're coming into June is very dynamic, especially because we're pre-eclipse season. And if any of you guys are facing changes, there's a lot of changes that are happening for a lot of people. And change is scary, but even when it's great, right, it can be scary. Like you've got that promotion, or maybe you realize you can't renew your lease and you have to find a new house or a new apartment or new condo. That while that can be stressful, you might be able to find something you like that's even better, and in a neighborhood or in an energy that's much more supportive and fulfilling to you. There just seems to be a lot of changes, and I think the universe is doing this to help us in a lot of ways, especially when we're stuck or we're comfortable in our discomfort. And yeah, guys, it could be exciting, it could be grief-like, it can be anxiety-ridden. And that's what I really want to talk about really, really quickly before I pull the cards for the Zodiac. Guys, it's really important with this full moon, and really for the second half of June in general, breathe. For the love of God, breathe. Breathe and be outside as much as possible, because there's going to be tension, and it's more internal, right? Maybe things aren't moving as fast as you want, or how you thought it was going to play out, or maybe you thought it was going to look different or be different, or you're going to be in this space. You just want to, and I get it. Like, I'm a very impatient person myself. So, hi guys, thank you for joining. I'm a very impatient person myself. So sometimes I'm like, oh my God, like I just want to be there already, because we don't like to sit with that emotion. We don't like to sit with how it's making us feel. And so sometimes we'll distract ourselves. That's whether we go to the movies, watch Netflix, go out drinking with friends. So I would encourage all of you, and I really wish you guys wouldn't skip the beginning of this, but I would encourage all of you guys, this is the time. This is the time to put in all those awesome spiritual tools that we watch, or take classes for, or read about. Meditate. If you're going to read a book, read outside. If you're going to walk, maybe walk outside instead of the treadmill. Do those mantras, chakra balance, do the pranic breathing, journal, scream into a pillow, whatever it is that you guys use it, guys, because all of these changes are going to bring up all the dust that comes with it, all the inner fears. And honestly, guys, when we go through these kinds of changes, well, if you kind of really examine it, a lot of the fears, a lot of the anxiety, it's coming from beliefs and self-imposed laws. Like, who said I had to be here at this age or have that to have success or happiness? Or who said I can only be happy in this area or with this person, or my family has to look like this, or that's things we put on ourselves. So use this energy, use this beautiful new energy to really embrace the changes and put into place new approaches. Because you guys, if you want new outcomes for your life, you have to do new things, right? You can't keep doing the same things and expecting a different outcome, right? I know, easier said than done, and I'm totally with you. Because sometimes when I'm going through hard things, I don't want to hear this. I'm crying, I'm upset, I want French fries, like I'm just all over. But with this new moon energy, guys, not new moon, full moon, forgive me, your full moon energy, breathe, go to the beach, get in nature, just release any tension, guys, and like jump into it like it's a whole new adventure. It's going to be great. So now I am going to go through all the zodiac signs. I want to start with Aries and work my way through. So I do go in order. I'm just reading that chat really quick. You feel stuck? Oh my God, seriously. And honestly, it feels like a little like pressure. Does anybody else feel that pressure building? And you're like, but I don't know what to do, or what's my next step, or where should I go for this, or I don't got the money. Don't worry. Breathe through any of that stuck energy. Surrender it up. Pray, meditate, ask the universe, okay, I'm feeling this. Just show me my next right step. Sometimes we resist it and we just stay in alignment. It just moves, like don't fight against the current, because you ain't going to win. Flow with it, guys. And if you learn to flow with it, it moves faster. It moves faster. So just do your best to just not struggle and just float. Sometimes I just laugh when I had a horrible day. I was on Monday, my car broke down, all this stuff. And I was like, I could complain or I could just laugh about this. Now I got a great car. I mean, it just turned out great. But like, guys, flow with it. So this week I'm looking for guidance for all 12 signs. And I always ask on that behalf, like, what's coming up for this sign? No matter whether you look Vedic, Western, whatever you do, it's the energy of the sign. What does that sign expect this week, and what guidance do you have for them, and how they can best use that energy? Because You know, guys, we can be given the best astrological aspects or energies, but if we don't use it correctly, or if we ignore it, or we fight against it, it's no use, right? So I want to see what guidance they have for all of us. Sit down, relax, take a deep breath. Look at all three signs, your ascendant, your moon, and your sun. So let's get started. Aries. Okay. Oh, nope, simple. I just pulled two, one main card and a clarity card. So just 1 second. There we go. Okay, Aries. Okay, so 8 of water and the Hermit, which is a major arcana card. I'm looking at my hair and it's looking all crazy. Sorry, this heat. So for you, Aries, this week, you might find that you're not as social as normal. That's not a bad thing, Aries. And, you know, this kind of energy, Aries energy is like, boom, 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 get it done. Very little patience. Next. Like you see it, you do it. You know, you don't overthink too much. You're much more action oriented. But this week, Aries, you might notice that you're a little bit more introspective. When you have the 8 of water, emotionally, there is a desire for releasing the old in terms of like, you know what? Emotionally, how I've been handling things or going about it, it's just not working for me. I don't like it. You really want to move on emotionally. When I say move on, it's not just about moving forward. It's about growth, emotional growth. Like I want to do things in a healthier way. I want more meaning. It's emotional growth, spiritual growth. It's really searching for something that's deeper, searching for something is more rooted. And a best example I can give it, relationships are always the easiest examples. You might have noticed you have pattern relationships, and you're like, you know what? I don't want this anymore. I want someone I can really talk to. I want someone that really supports me. I want to feel secure. I want to have depth. And how you're going to process it, Aries, which I'm very proud of you, actually. It's not by going out there and dating again or trying to find fulfillment or security through another person. You're going to take time out. When you have the Hermit card, you spend a lot of time in introspection, self-reflection, meditating, walks. And this is amazing. It's really great because the place where you need to find that security and sense of self has to be with you first. I know it sounds cliche, but guys, this is true. And anybody, myself, have had codependent issues throughout my life too. And anybody who's had them, whether it's codependent with a partner, food, drinks, even family, you guys, you can't relate, we can't put it on other people to do this. So Aries, you really are looking for much more emotional healing, much more emotional stability, emotional grounding and balance. You're looking for that, and it's healthy. So you're going to spend more time alone. Bravo. Take those baths, take those walks, write those journals. You know what? You don't always have to be, on your toes, moving. Sometimes you get more done by being still. Because if you can align yourself, things tend to fix itself. Our outside world, it was a reflection of our inside world. I'm an energy healer. I always tell people your physical body is a reflection of your energetic body. Period. I don't care what anybody says. You guys, this is why money doesn't heal things. This is why having Prince Charming or, there's a model on your arm doesn't do anything. That big house, it's inside. So this week, you guys are really finding those emotional answers. You really are moving forward and developing into something bigger, better, healthier for your own vision. And you're doing it by going deep within yourself, in meditation, in prayer, in introspection. Be in nature, guys, because you're going to have these moments of just realization. What a beautiful week, especially with this full moon energy, because it's energy is tension and energy is building, and we want it to move out. Like, this feels uncomfortable, it's not going to move out fast. So it's better to sit with it, so not fight against it. So Aries, beautiful week for emotional balance and grounding and really just being with yourself. That actually sounds really good. I don't do many things by myself, but the other day I just felt like going to the movies by myself. I have no idea why. Maybe because I have some of that Aries energy. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I do that? Why am I not being comfortable in your own company? No talking, just being there. Okay, Taurus. Let's see. Nope. Sorry, that came out in a little bunch. God, even the cards in this particular reading is just clumping. Energy. Oh my goodness, you guys too. Okay, Taurus, you have Six of Air, and you also have the Hermit. So you and Aries as well, guys. So Taurus, this is good though, Taurus. Energy-wise, like things are looking up. If any of you guys have been going through hard times, especially financially or anything like that, it's done. The worst is behind you. You might be like, well, I feel like I'm still in it. Okay, that's fine. But it's not going to get worse. So, I mean, let's look on the positive side. With the Six of Air, what they're really asking you to do is kind of take a break, take a trip, take a vacation, or just step away. People are saying, no, I got to work through this. I got to, finish this project or work on this, conflict or try to figure something out. And like I said before, guys, with this energy, we need to flow with it. So if things aren't working as fast or you're not finding that solution or your approach isn't working, whatever it is, step away. Just step away from it. Sometimes when we try to mess with it too much, we make things a little worse. But you, Taurus, things are moving forward for you. You're getting out of it. You're past the storm. You're seeing the sun. Now, you also have the Hermit card. So when they're asking you to step away, do something for yourself. Now, the Hermit card traditionally, and I love Archangel Azrael. He's like the wizard. He always reminds me as an archangel. It kind of reminds me of Gandalf the Grey. Magical. We have these shifts. We have these inspirations. We have these miraculous things happen, guys, when we still ourselves and just align. You get that phone call. You get that resolution. Those people come in and help. You got that loan. It's because when our energy is like frenetic, it attracts more problems. So we can just calm it down. Things are going to be great. Taurus, despite what things might look like, and hopefully they're looking great, but things are going in a positive direction. Don't allow any kind of fears or anxieties to sabotage it. Like, when is the shoe going to drop? I'm insecure. I don't know how, this is too good to be true. No, it is. These are good things. You guys are moving forward. The best thing you can do, though, if you're finding any kind of hiccups this coming week with the full moon, is to really just step back. Go take a vacation. Go take a nap. Go take a nap, get that massage, maybe go have a beach day or a lake day or go hiking. Take some time for you. Take some time to just decompress, not distract. Please, those are two very different things. Decompress. And that's just kind of releasing and grounding that thing out. More silence. Don't review numbers and to just calm down. And when you come out of it, just watch. Things are going to flow forward that much easier. But you guys, things are rolling. Do your best not to be impatient. I know this feeling. I'm not a patient person either, so I'm not trying to, preach to the crowd here. But you guys really are moving forward. So again, the answer to any kind of hiccup for you guys this coming week is really just to step back. Step back. Don't keep trying to don't be stubborn with it. Step back and things are going to kind of unfold themselves. Okay? Now we have Gemini. How is everybody feeling? Anybody? Is anybody else feeling fantastic? Is somebody out there feeling fantastic? Like everything's going my way? Because we need one of those people. I'm trying to make sure my phone's on mute really quick. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Gemini. Ooh, that came up quick. Wow. All you guys are kind of sharing cards. I'm only 3 signs in, and I keep getting more than 2 cards. I feel like a lot of people need more support. So I'm going to apologize to Aries, but if more cards come up for the sign, I'm just going to go with it. Okay. You guys also have the 6 of Air. You also have the 8 of Fire, and the King of Earth popped up as an extra here. So again, with you Geminis, despite how things look, 6 of Air and the 8 of Fire both talk about moving forward. What's awesome about this for you Gemini is that while this energy doesn't promote the fastest movement with this full moon, what it does do, it does support growth. And for you Geminis, it looks like you guys are in a certain place energetically aligning that as you are moving forward, as opportunities come up, they're going to be very sudden. So it's not like a gradual movement at a quick pace. It's more abrupt. And you might feel a little overwhelmed, Gems, but it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. You have the King of Earth. So it actually might be in areas of moving houses, moving jobs, promotions, accepting certain contracts. for you guys. So you guys with this full moon, while your kinds of pressure is going to be more like I have a lot of my plate, but it's good because honestly for you gems, it became too gradual. You might overthink it. You might want to do more prep work than necessary. And the universe, this particular energy in June, it's dynamic change. It's not change, just change. Right? If it was just change, that's the same old. No, it's dynamic because it's hitting on more than one level. So you might be like, well, I'm just taking a new job, but that new job is going to influence that new house, transportation, the things that you do, the people you network with. It's playing on a deeper level for all of us. And a lot of us can see that or feel it. And some of us are in denial a little bit, like, no, even though where we're at might not be where we're comfortable, but it can be scary. But for you gems, things are looking up, especially financially or in the home. If any gems out there are also looking to, like, they got a new job and then they have to start school, it's like a lot of things like that. But it's actually really good with this full moon. So if anything, guys, for you, if you feel overwhelming or you feel like you're getting a little kind of like tense from all the movement, for you guys, it's more like just a break. Take a break. Like I said, with the 6 of air, you really got to step away. Step away to decompress, because if you don't, you might start to feel a little overwhelmed. And with this kind of energy, depending whether you do Vedic or Western, it tends to look a little bit more Western, but there's some opposition energies, so you have to do it right. So, and gems, you're fine. They're fine with planning. You're fine with organizing. I have no problem with that. But for you guys, this is exciting. This is an answer to your prayers. Try to have a little bit of a more positive, playful approach to these awesome changes that are coming. Don't overthink it. Yes, no, move forward with it. These are good opportunities for you. If anything, if you guys have an evening free, don't put in overtime. Don't work on paperwork. Go have dinner. Go sit outside in the patio, stargaze, decompress, guys. It's a beautiful week for you, Geminis. A lot of things are looking up and a lot of things are moving quick. And you know what? At this point, the universe is pretty much guaranteed positive outcomes with these cards. So as scary as it can be, it really is in support of your own security, your own happiness, and your own upliftment. So say yes confidently. Go for it. Okay? All right. Cancers. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to get one more clarity card because you guys got 2 major arcanas and I want to get a clarity card on just one of them. Oh my God, okay. Okay. Cancer, I tried to get a clarity card for you, but it just got more major arcana. So you have the Unity card, Release card, and the clarity card is the Hermit. So they're all major arcana. This is a pretty big week for you, Cancers. If I'm correct, I believe Mars is sitting in Cancer for this full moon. If I'm correct, I'm not the astrologer, so but for you guys this week, wow, Cancer, is going to be a pretty deep week for you, but let's not get nervous about it, okay? This week is more about definitely being with yourself, processing not through codependency, processing not through distraction or unhealthy habits, but really seeking out traditional methods of support. So when I say traditional methods of support, this can be a spiritual group, a religious group. This can be therapy, coaching. This can be seeking out mentors or even like-minded friends who are there supporting you in terms of viewpoints, giving you ideas and certain methods and approaches. Now, you do have the Release card, which is Archangel Azrael. And this is letting you know there's an ending right now for you, Cancer. There's an end of a phase or a situation in your life, but it really is time to move on. And because there's so much more, a lot more transformation that's meant to happen through these endings. Archangel Azrael is the Archangel of Death, but I don't like that title because he's really more the Archangel of Grief. That really is, because no one has to die for this guy to pop up. You could be going through anything painful. You know, it could be a breakup. It can be leaving a house that you lived in for 20 years with attachments. It could be getting a new job and having to leave all your awesome coworkers that are like your family. This can be having to move states or countries for work. You know, there's a lot of release to be had with this full moon for you guys. And I think when you have the Hermit card and the Unity card, they're giving a very strong message that if you are not going to be surrounded by people that support your highest good, that support your own development and a really healthy healing and release, it's better to be alone. It's better to sit with yourself and be alone and just process it. Get angry, cry, allow all the emotions to come up. Who cares if anybody says it's silly? Some people are like, it's just a house or it's just coworker, whatever. You don't have to justify that to anybody. This is about you. Now, these are all major arcana cards, so they are pretty deep for you guys, but these all really are about spiritual transformations, big time. Now, Archangel Sandalphon for the Unity card is the Archangel of Music. So music is going to be extremely healing for you. Any Cancers out there that like to dance, that like to meditate to music, that like to sing, this is going to be extremely therapeutic for you. I would find something like that. It might lift your spirits, help you to release things out. Just spend more. And of course, I'm a huge proponent of spending time in nature. Huge, huge, huge natural grounding. The negative ions in the earth pull the heaviness out of the body. Sometimes when I'm having a bad day, I literally just like flop my butt in the grass. Just like, I don't care. Just going to lay in this, bugs and all. I'll take a shower afterwards and just let it out. Okay, guys? So there really is a lot of different changes. So you might notice Cancer, it's not just in one area. It's like it's hitting like all these areas and you're like, what the hell? You know, so take a deep breath. Don't just look at your sun sign, look at your moon sign, look at your ascendant sign, because it's not just this one story. Don't look at this and be a Cancer like, that's going to be my week. No, guys, this is just one energetic aspect, and you are an energetic being that has tons of aspects. So look at everything, but on some level, there really is a deep release that's going on. Okay. So, like, you know, in Vedic, my ascendant is a Cancer, and I'm having to move house. My car just broke down, so I had to buy a new car. Like, just boom, boom, boom. Like, I'm just, you know, it's hitting different areas for me. And I was sad to let my car go. I had that car for like 5 years. I'm that kind of person that gets like emotionally attached to like everything. I'm like, no. And I love where I live. Now I got to move. And so you know, there are changes, but they really are to enable growth, especially when we're resisting. Okay. Blessings to you. Let's go. Leo. Let's do this. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I'll pull a clarity card here, guys, because the energy is pretty tense. Okay. You guys also, this Hermit card has come up for how many signs now? Like almost all of them. Maybe minus, no, I think almost all of them. And you guys have 5 of Earth. The clarity card is the World card. Okay, so for you guys, Leo, you guys might be having some insecurities regarding your finances, your money. If anybody's an entrepreneur or self-employed, just understand that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to step back because you have the Hermit card as well. There's a lot of solutions that are going to come through introspection. So guys, you know, sometimes we're like, oh, I'm so scared. If we could just calm the energy down. The clarity card is the World card. Everything's going to be okay, Leos. Financially, things are going to be okay. If you're an entrepreneur, don't worry. Just because you might have had a bad week or a bad month, that doesn't mean, you know, forever. There really needs to be, you really have to sit back and really be honest. Take some stock, take some inventory. Like, okay, What are some different choices I can make? Where, you know, where have I learned from? You know, I don't like calling certain things mistakes, because how else do you learn? You know, where did I trip up? How can I change things around? Maybe I can do a different approach. And when you have the Five of Earth, it's not just about asking people for help financially. It's asking people for help in terms of advice, in terms of guidance, mentorship, support, any kind of support, not just listening to you. And you might have a friend who's a financial advisor, and you're like, look at it, like, I'm not trying to like leech off of you, but I'm in this situation and just want to hear your take. Like, what do you think I could do? Outside of that, you guys really got to sit with yourselves, Leo, and be like, all right, where am I overspending? What's causing these insecurities? When did the problems start? It's going to come because you sit and reflect and meditate and pray and journal and write out. Make that chart. If anybody has like a glass mirror for a closet, I love that. Grab some dry erase markers and be like, all right, like, it started going down here. This is what I did different. This is how much I spent, because I'm a visual person. So I like putting it all over that, or even a sliding glass door, because it comes off of those. And you just like write it and kind of just get it out of your head and get it onto paper or something, because you'll feel so much clearer. You have the world, which is governed by Archangel Michael. You're protected, Leo. You're safe. You guys have really, there's a lot of opportunity coming your way in terms of providing you security, contentment, peace of mind, peace of body. You guys are doing a good job. Everyone has their ups and downs. Everyone has their hiccups, you know, like, don't be up on yourself. Like, don't do that. Just go back to the drawing board, literally, if you could, and just sit with yourself and really answer these questions. You're running away trying to fix it. Just sit there, and it's going to come to you in that way, guys. Okay. So this full moon is really allowing you to make some healthy changes, especially in regards to your finances, your financial security, your home, your habits, your physical habits, and finding solutions to these. Okay, Leo? God, this is really speaking to me. I love doing that whiteboard thing, though. It's like, oh, it feels so good. Just write on paper. Like, sometimes I'll just take paper on a table and I just write all over it. It doesn't take that much time. Okay, Virgos. Let's see. These ones came up pretty fast for you, Virgs. Thank goodness. Everyone else's like cards are like stuck. I'm sorry I keep touching my hair, but it's bothering me. I'm looking at it like, geez, looks like I didn't even brush it. Eight of Water, also the release card. The clarity card is the Seven of Earth for you guys. Okay. Eight of Water and the release card. Virgos, for you emotionally, you're letting go in a lot of ways. You recognizing that just some friendships run their course, some relationships run their course. When I say relationships, it's not just romantic. Everyone freaks out. It's platonic, it's colleagues, it's family, it's, you know, collaborators, certain groups. You guys are looking for something deeper. Like, certain things have run their course, and you're like, you know what, that's just not me anymore. I'm trying to be in this new place. And maybe I'm trying to look, because you have the Seven of Earth. A lot of the reasons why you guys are doing this is because you're looking for stability. You're looking for foundations, long-term planning, Virgos. And sometimes, you know, this is so important, guys. You are an accumulation, I think, of like the top 5 people you hang out with. And I have a very good friend. He's an amazing astrologer. His name is Johnny Neja. And he's like, you know, well, I'll give you Virgo, for instance. If you are looking for more emotional stability, you're kind of letting certain relationships, scenarios, patterns, and habits die away because you want something more meaningful. Let's say you want an example. This might say like, you want to, I don't know, get married. This is just an example. But you're the kind of person that who only has friends who are like man haters, or they don't treat women, if you're a male, don't treat women with respect, or they don't value partnerships. None of them are married. They just value partying. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. We all have our phases. But if that's the energy you're in, you're kind of like, you know what? This doesn't suit me anymore. I want deeper. I want stable. I like going to farmers markets or something like that, you know? then you got to be around people or energies or places that really support that, that really embrace that. So right now you are releasing cutting ties, you know, Virgo, and that can be very painful, very grief-like. Archangel Azrael, I always tell people with Archangel Azrael, Azrael probably thinks I'm so dramatic, because when I'm in pain, I'm just like, Archangel Azrael, like all this, just take it from me crying like this. But you have to give them permission. Archangel Azrael, all this pain of letting go, all this, whatever it is you're holding, please, I surrender to you. Take it from me. Take it from me. I give it to you in its space. Fill me with peace. Take a couple deep breaths. You're going to feel so much better. Now, you have the 7 of Earth. They're saying, look, right now there might be like a little pause or a little lull. Like you're trying to make these changes, but you're not releasing the fruits. Again, it's that full moon energy, this particular layout of planets, but it's not a scary pause. It's like a seed. It's growing. So be a little patient, Virgos. You're going to start seeing the changes soon, especially towards the end of summer. Don't worry about it. We all need that time to germinate and transition. Okay? All right. Now, Libras. Why is she talking about Cancer if it's Virgo? Did I say Cancer? It said Virgos. Sorry, I said Virgos. But no, Virgos. That was a Virgo reading. So now we're moving into Libras. I rarely look at the chat. I wish I could. I don't know how some people can like read it and do it, but for some reason, I'm like, I don't know. I get distracted, but I do try to look at it, guys, and I do read through it and at the end and acknowledge that. So I love that people just talk amongst themselves. Okay, Libras. It's always so interesting to me whenever I tap into the energy of each sign, I can really feel where it's going to shift. Because every sign feels a little different, you know, or sometimes very different. Let's see. Ooh, nice. Yes, like a total shift. I love it. Nailed it. Okay, so Libras, you guys have the Sun and the Knight of Water. So nice, you know, not always heavy. Guys, it's actually a really great week for you with this full moon. It's not just about awesome outcomes. It's about relationships as well. With this full moon, you guys are really, you know, being more social, you know, taking more invitations. It's even about falling in love, guys. It can be a need to balance your emotions a little bit, but it's not a bad thing, especially when you have the Sun. It's kind of like you're bringing in a lot of logic with your emotions. You're doing it from a space that logic is not bad when it comes to relationships. It could save you a lot of the time, but it's really about being able to balance, like, you know, is this healthy? Yes, I'm going to pursue it more, right? It's an analyzing aspect. You guys are finally coming into this balance. You guys might have been processing things. There might have been some rough bumps the past couple months, but you guys are having amazing outcomes. And it's because the Libras, you're building your confidence. You're building your confidence, your faith in yourself. And you know what, guys? I'm not the kind of, you know, we all have those friends and they mean well. Like, just quit, or just break up with them, or just do this, or like, if it was that easy, everyone would do it. But we all know making changes is not that easy sometimes. We do, I will admit, make it way more difficult than it needs to be, but that's human nature. And I really pray that we evolve at some point, and when we do, I'll incarnate at that time again. But until then, guys, Libra, give yourself a pat on the back, because you have been doing your best where you can to really work on those aspects of yourself. Try to be stronger this time around, having those positive thoughts, positive visions, positive affirmations, or just doing your best to be a little bit more optimistic for yourself, to really move yourself forward. And believe me, you think, oh, it's not that much. I was doing it really good, but then at night I got really sad, or you know what? That's okay. That's okay. But all those little investments, it's blooming now this week with the full moon, guys. So really great week, very social, really happy. And when I say deep relationship, it's also falling in love, not just with others, but falling in love with yourself, falling in love with who you are, falling in love with, like, you know what? I am badass. Like, okay, I've had some setbacks, but I put myself through school, I'm paying my own bills, or like, I might not be in a relationship, but I got myself out of that unhealthy one, or maybe now I'm trying dating again, or I'm in this relationship, or you know, like, you know, I'm still trying to build that business, and I'm so awesome because I'm still trying. I'm resilient. Like, You guys are really nailing it when it comes to seeing yourself. And as a result, loving yourself, it's expressed and reflected outside of you. So any Libras out there who are single, hey, get out there. Falling in love. It is also a card of wedding proposals. So anybody gets engaged, congratulations, guys. Beautiful week for Libras, guys. Stay balanced. That is your sign, right? Oh, this is a good one. But believe in yourself. Have confidence with yourself. You know, just I give a little, I mean, guys, whenever I drive a lot too. So whenever like I'm having a hard time, let's say you got pissed off, Libras, or something, and you're in your car, pull over. Open that mirror up. Look yourself in the eye. Do the mirror work. Anybody here do mirror work? It is incredible. People think this is silly. No, like you start bawling. Do the mirror work. Look at yourself in the eyes. Say your name. Say, I love you. Like this is a hard time right now, but it's okay. I got your back. I love you. You're amazing. You're not perfect, but nobody is. So stop expecting that of yourself. Like have that conversation. Look at yourself and have that conversation. Tell yourself how much you love yourself. Do that, guys. Like it's incredibly powerful. And I usually tell people who have any body image issues, mirror work is incredible. Male or female, once you get out that shower, you drop that towel and you love to, I love you to every part of your body. Find where it's harder to say that. Because believe it or not, people say, well, if I love it, the part of my body or self is going to stay. No, that's actually the opposite of how it works. Your body's a living organism, and if you talk bad to it, it stays that way. It holds on to the emotion. But if you can love it, it releases that emotion out of the body. Tell you guys, I could talk on the energy subject forever. I'm going to do a new webinar on this. It's so awesome. Okay, sorry, I digress. Scorpios. Let's see. Get one clarity card. Ooh. Nice. Okay. Whenever I feel the cards might feel a little heavy to some people, I want a clarity card just to kind of like find that solution. There's no point in leaving you guys without like tools. That's the whole point. 10 of air, 8 of water, and the clarity card is the 6 of fire. So for you Scorpios, you really are getting out of some difficult situations in your life, and change is coming for you, like Scorpios. So embrace it. The 10 of air is, look at, you are in a certain pattern, Scorpio, and 10 of air is about letting go of addictions. And addictions aren't just alcohol and drugs. Our addictions are codependency too, with people, with habits, with fear habits, anxiety habits. Your body can become addicted to hormones. Cortisol, which is the stress hormone, is extremely common to get addicted to. Everyone's like, why would I get addicted to it? It's not conscious, it's unconscious. Your body gets used to it being released. So even though you're trying to be balanced, your body's going to release it. You know, like if you knew that you had to, like, I don't know, have that crappy client every day at 12, and you get stressed, even though it's a Saturday with no client, around 12 o'clock, you're going to have that anxiety. Same time, same thing. So the changes that are happening in your life, the things that the universe is pulling apart or bringing together or redoing, it's actually to break this up. Embrace these changes, because it's actually taking you out of these difficult situations, these patterns that you've been trying to fight for so long. You know, they're so deeply embedded in the subconscious. So embrace these changes, as painful as it can seem. I'm not saying it has to be painful. I'm just going like worst case scenario. Or as uncomfortable. Uncomfortable might be a better word because you're not used to it. But when you have the 8 of water, you asked for this, Scorpio. You want that depth. You want that meaning. You want that growth. You want that purpose. You want to feel it. You don't want to just know it. You want to feel it. That's why with affirmations, we can't just be like, I'm amazing. After a while, we need to learn to feel that emotion. Okay, so this week with these changes coming up, believe it or not, it's really closing out all these unhealthy patterns that you're looking at. Okay, and you might say, oh, but I've been at this job for 12 years. I know all these people. Yeah, but you can't stand the environment. And you've asked for a job that whose mission you support. You're really making a difference. And so maybe you got let go. Maybe they're not renewing your contract. And you're like, what? And the universe is like, yes, we're answering you. We're going to give this to you. You're going to be so much more happier. You know what I'm saying? Now, the reason I give that as an example is because you have the 6 of fire as the clarity card. So really, guys, you're going to be getting some good news, public recognition moving forward. You might have got that job, got into that school. You might recognize that the product you just made is like flying off the shelf. You guys are really investing for more meaning. The universe is answering and rewarding you as a result. So, I mean, that's awesome. I love quick turnarounds because it's already scary to make change. But it's nice when it has a quick turnaround. My car breaking down this week is like a good example, right? My car broke down Monday, was not, well, kind of was expecting it. I'm not that great at keeping automotive care. But I was like, oh my God, like what the heck? What am I gonna do? I need my car. I went to a dealership just to look. Long story short, like I got the best deal, got a car that I liked, traded it in, like, and it turned out better, right? I wasn't in that funk for too long, right? So it's kind of nice. This is what it's like for you, Scorpio. So these changes are coming, they're uncomfortable. It's an answer to your prayers. But as a result, you're going to start seeing results a lot quicker. So you're going to, the universe is, that's like your sign, like, okay, you know, I feel a little bit better about making these moves, okay? So congratulations. I know changes. I'm not a fan of change. Unless the change is like from economy seat to first class in an airplane, and I'm not a very big fan of change. It makes me nervous, but change is the only constant, right? So we kind of got to, gotta just flow with it. That's the best thing we can do, is flow with it. Even if you have to cry, even if you stumble, flow. Okay, Sagittarius. Nice, Sagittarius. Pretty clean cut. King of Earth and the Dreamer, which is the Fool in traditional tarot, Sagittarius. For you guys, this is a lot about taking some steps or some investments or a leap of faith in regards to your finances, your career, contracts, agreements, your house, your sense of security, and, you know, any kind of investments in that way. And you're responsible. This energy is not like fly by the seat of the plants. Like, while it's like, for instance, you might be investing into timeshare, you might be going on a journey of investing on a home for the first time. You know, when you have the Dreamer card, it's new territory, right? Because it's really asking you to take a leap of faith, to go after it because it's your dream to go do it. And expect the unexpected when you do this, Sagittarius, but it's more opportunistic than it is negative. So really embrace that as a result. The universe does require change from us, but it does also, when we do the right changes for our highest good, for the highest good of all, really, we are rewarded in some way, because it's balance. All things in this particular dimension, it's a balance, dark, light, up, down. So expect that. So for you guys, this is amazing. Accept these opportunities with confidence, Sagittarius. You might get that job promotion. You might have got that contract. You might have got that loan to invest in your first office if you're an entrepreneur. Start out this amazing journey with confidence, with excitement. This is not a time for trepidation, Sagittarius. You do love adventure. You do like trying out a bunch of different things. So this is right up your alley this week with this full moon. So as things come up, yes, of course, be practical, especially when it comes to your money. It doesn't mean, you know, splurge everything, but you are going to be having a lot of luck when it comes to your investments, the opportunities and finances and the abundance that are coming your way, Sagittarius. So this is awesome. I love it because I like it when we jump and even though we're scared, and things turn out better than we expect them to be. And that's kind of what's going to happen for you, Sag. So go for it. Have fun with it. Enjoy this time in your life. And with this energy, it's a very generous energy too, Sagittarius. Share these exciting moments and opportunities with friends and family. The more we give, the more we share, the more we get back. It's a beautiful week for you. So just be confident with it. Don't, you know, everyone always does this whenever they come to me for manifestation work. We do the manifestation work, it comes, and then they get nervous. Like, should I? I'm like, that's exactly what you try to manifest. Like, why are you asking me? The answer is you don't be afraid to take it. That's exactly what you ordered and the universe delivered. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, Capricorns. Whew. Ooh, it came quick. Clarity card. Okay, great. And guys, I'm not trying to be unfair to any of the signs. We're like, well, I only got 2 signs. This sign got 3. Usually it's because that sign has like a really heavy layout, or I'm feeling that there needs to be clarity. It's not done on, you know, favoritism at all. So you guys also have the 10 of air, the 10 of earth, and the clarity card is the Queen of water. Guys, this card, There's been several cards that come up for almost every single sign, and they all point to us getting out of difficult situations, coming out of the storm. Like, guys, whatever we've been in, whatever we've been working on or struggling with or really resisting, this full moon is really here to pull us up and pull us out. So do your best not to kick and scream. I mean, if anything, just be like, you know, like just float along with it, because you're going to be so freaking happy. Like, things are only going to get better. You think my life or my world's over. I'm so scared of this change. Has anybody ever seen that's meme with this little kid? He's holding onto this rope and he's like in the water and he's crying. It's like, I can't swim. Like, I can't swim. He's freaking out. So he's not listening to anybody. But finally, when he does listen, they're like, put your feet down. And he puts his feet down and he realizes like the water only comes up to his waist. Think of this full moon like that. Like, we're freaking out, thinking we can't do it. We can't take it. We're holding on for dear life. And the full moon is like, it's not as bad as you think. Like, it looks it feels it. It's scaring us because it's triggering us and all our fears are coming up. But if we just put our feet down and ground out really quick, we'll realize there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, we're not going to drown. Like, it's all good. It's a hilarious, it's not a meme. It's like a video. If anybody can find it on YouTube, it's so funny. Anyway, sorry. That's an example here for you, Capricorns. 10 of air, and really what that's coming out of these difficult situations, especially in regards to your relationships, your family, partners, friends, things like that, Capricorn. So for you guys, it's really, you really are stepping into a lot more harmony, security, even financial security. So if you guys have had some stress with bills, maybe you have a family, kids to support, single parent in some way, you guys really are, Capricorns, finding much more foundation. Maybe you guys are blending, people are getting married and blending families, trying to figure out how they're gonna do that. Maybe you just recently moved in with a roommate or with your partner, and you guys are really trying to, you know, coalesce and cohabitate and share the bills. All those things. These are all just examples. But for you Capricorns, you guys really are finding that your relationships are developing, they're growing. You really are taking better care of yourself, and as a result, taking better care of those around you. So emotionally, guys, with your groups, with your family, there's a lot more harmony, a lot more stability. So there's been any kind of clashing or, you know, just riffraff. You really are moving out of that and really are given opportunities to make healthy changes, whether it's communication changes, your financial changes, or even emotionally relating changes. It's a much better week, guys. So even though there might still be some little things along the way, because again, as full moons go, emotions, they run high. You know, there's more births and murders, unfortunately, on full moons. I mean, fortunate for the births, not so fortunate for the murders, because we're running on high, right? But it's really offering for all this stuff to come up and out so we can breathe and so that we can like, okay, and really get into a much better space. So really great for you Capricorns. If you've been struggling, trying to find that balance, trying to figure out bills, investments. I mean, there's always going to be bills. Got to put the, you know, kids' braces on or pay the mortgage, and it's causing frustration or strife. These are just examples. Coming out of the clear, things are balancing out, and really enjoy this week with those that you love, Capricorn. You know, take the kids to the park, have that romantic dinner with your partner, go out with your roommate and go like, you know, go have a drink or coffee, and just really invest more into the relationships and leave all that stuff behind. Okay. Okay. Aquarius. Let's see. Sorry, energy changed again for this particular sign. It's a little bit more complicated. Let's see. Okay, so and I am a channeler. I don't tend to channel too much on these videos, but I will say Aquarius, there's a lot of different things here. It's not so straightforward like Sagittarius, like boom, right there. But it's not a bad thing. Ace of Water, Nine of Air, and Queen of Earth. So for you Sagittarius, I'm sorry, for you Aquarius, with this full moon and with this coming up week, there really is a desire for your relationships with the Ace of Water, it can be very much romantic, your romantic relationships, but it also can be family because you have the Queen of Earth. So there might have been, Aquarius, a lot of, maybe communication problems, a little bit more fights, a little bit more strain. And or it could be with you and others, or it can be like around you, like your family or the kids and your partner or something like that. And you have the Nine of Air. You guys have really been thinking very negatively about your relationships, more like a self-fulfilling prophecies, expecting the worst. Now you would think the Ace of Water and the Nine of Air are contradiction cards, right? Because this Ace of Water is about falling in love, resurgence of relationships, renewing things, healing things, and really kind of growing in this area, right? It's super positive, but you have the Nine of Air. So it's showing your desire versus your, like, you really want it to be like this, but mentally you're having fears, Aquarius. So this is where this contradiction energy is coming in for you. The Clarity card is the Queen of Earth, and this is your solution. Number one, Aquarius, drop those negative thoughts. Drop them. Because even though you're thinking, well, probability, well, this might happen, you're creating more problems. So for instance, you're already charged and ready to argue, right? And the other person probably wasn't. And so you're easily triggered, or you're expecting it. So it causes like an unnecessary arguments. You're actually creating the very thing you fear. So do your best to really pause, bring back. The Queen of Earth is like, look it, you need to make time for those around you. You need to be very sensitive in your approach. And that's really what's going to bring this healing to the relationships in your life. And you're going to have to deal with the challenges in a very patient and understanding manner. Think of the way a mother might kind of like, if a 3-year-old knocks me over and breaks something, the mother doesn't go crazy. I mean, I hope not. It's a child, right? That's kind of how to approach it. Like, okay, objectively, like, all right, like it wasn't on purpose. This wasn't your intention. Like, let's go through this, and your relationships are going to begin to heal. They're really going to begin to renew. And when I say heal, there's a level of evolving here. You can't be doing the same old and expecting a different outcome. That's just not how it works. So, so Aquarius, you really got to be able to like, okay, approach it different, work on yourself, breathe, pray. I always tell people, like, if you're going to have a hard conversation, or visualize before it happens how you desire the outcome. Don't look at logic. Don't look at history. How do you desire? Like, you're calm, just visualize it, pray it, hold it, and you influence. Whatever you focus on, you create. Period, right? So if you're having all these negative thoughts, of course, it's going to be more negative. You know what I'm saying? So for you, Aquarius, this week, the energy is really asking you to slow down and take that time for those relationships and those people and that communication, being a little bit more nurturing, and trust your intuition. Don't go with the same old negative thoughts. Push that shit out. I always put on comedy or put on a podcast to change my mind, and really being able to kind of go in with a new idea, trust your gut. Like, you know what? It's okay. Or like, I trust my gut, like maybe I should wait and have this conversation after dinner. You know what I'm saying? Trust it. The other person's going to be very responsive, guys. It's a really week of healing relationships. So I'm really excited for you, proud of you, because it's not easy. I know I'm stubborn, but it does require, if you want relationships to evolve, we have to evolve, because our relationships are with anybody, romantic or platonic, they're a reflection of us. So start there. Okay. Pisces, last but not least. So let's jump right in. This card has come up so many times. It's hilarious. I love when they're so consistent. Let's see. Nice. Clarity card. Nice. Okay, so Pisces, 10 of Air, which has come up for like, I don't know how many signs. Page of Fire, and the Life Experience card is the Clarity card. So for you, Pisces, you as well, whatever you've been in, especially if you've been struggling, because Page of Fire is when it comes up with, if you guys have been struggling in any area, really, but especially when it comes to your creative endeavors, your business, your work, your passion projects, communication, anything like that, you're like, oh, an example of this can be like, I've had my business, but it's plateaued, and I'm really trying to figure out how to grow it. Things are moving forward for you guys now with this full moon. So just understand that any changes that are taking place in your life, Pisces, emotionally, work-wise, headed in different directions, new collaborators, new ideas. It really is meant to push you in this new direction. This week, you guys are going to be receiving some awesome news. I'm really excited, guys, for you. The news that's coming your way is going to require you to be you. Use your creativity, your uniqueness, your ingenious approaches. Really be confident with this. An example of this can be maybe you're an artist and someone is commissioning you work. Can you please paint this for me? I really love your work. I'd like you to paint this portrait of my family or my dog, whatever it is. But they like you. Don't do it because like, don't worry, like, oh my God, they're paying me. What if I mess up? No, just be you. You're already doing it. Or maybe you have your own business and they're calling you to, maybe you're a life coach and a company is calling you like, I would really like you to speak to my team about business coaching. And you're like, okay. They like your energy. Be you. Do you. Don't second guess yourself in terms of like, is this what everyone else is doing? Screw what everyone else is doing. No one can be you, guys. The universe is really opening you up and out with this full moon. You guys are leaving these any kind of hard or stagnant situations, and maybe you're used to doing things the same old way. Well, that's not working anymore. So they're bringing you these opportunities to kind of shift and move. Don't be afraid of that. That's exciting. New energy brings new opportunities, new people, new outcomes. The clarity card is the life experience card, which is ran by Archangel Chamuel. That's the archangel of finding things, finding your purpose, finding your partner, finding your keys. When I lost my keys, I've asked. But these are significant life events that are taking place in your life. Now, it might seem small. It might seem, well, this is just a small project. But it's a significant project. Maybe because it's your first. Maybe because this is a particular kind of patron that's going to switch everything around for you. They might love it and they have a huge social media following. You know what I'm saying? It's these revelations and these opportunities that are asking you to spread your wings because it's leading to this incredible ass change, Pisces. I'm so excited for you. I love these kinds because while the change is taking place and it's super exciting, the reason it's happening is because of you. It's because of your work, your take, your vibe, your character, your personality, your gifts, your unique set of skills. No one else can do that. No one else can be or see just like you. So it's really asking you to put it all in there, jump, bite off more than you can chew because it's going to be awesome. Pisces, so have a great time this week. Have faith. You're moving on forward, guys. If anyone would like a reading with me, the link is down below. I also do life coaching. I do soul readings, which is a healing and more of a macro focus on your incarnation. Otherwise, guys, take a deep breath with these changes. Go outside. Spend more time outside. Just try not to fight it. Even if something's painful, do your best not to run back at it. If anything, just don't fight. Just float with it, you know? I tell people, some people are like, just do it. You know what? Whoever says that to friends, just stop. It's not like that. It doesn't work like that. So you might not have to embrace the change fully because you're scared. Just don't fight it as best you can. Just float along and let the universe take you. I promise you, it's taking you to way better places. Okay, guys, blessings to you. Have a beautiful week. And you guys doing those full moon ceremonies, enjoy them. And I'll talk to you guys next week.